So according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 240,000 cases of breast cancer are diagnosed in women each year right here in the United States.
Wow. After reviewing the latest scientific evidence, the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force updated its guidelines and now recommends that women get mammograms starting at age 40, reversing the previous recommendation that you wait until you are 50.
That's right. Joining us to discuss this recent update is double board certified reproductive endocrinologist and ob-gyn at RMA of New York, Dr. Anate Brauer. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
I mean, this is a step in the right direction, I'm sure you can agree.
Yes.
Because I mean, I don't know the statistics, but it's scary if there's anything that we can do to detect it earlier. So what was the impetus to bring it back 10 years?
So first, it's important to note that while the U.S. Preventative Task Force does have their recommendations, other task forces such as the American College of OB-GYN and the American Cancer Society have always recommended offering patients screening at 40. So now this is just getting in line with others' recommendations.
Right.
So early screening is very important for early detection, and early detection is the key to catching disease and improving the prognosis.
Right. And thank you for delineating task force, because there is no one overarching governing body for women's reproductive health.
Yes.
Chew on that.
Absolutely.
Okay. So talk to us about, so the emphasis with this is the average, the woman with the average risk category. I can tell you, as a 49-year-old woman whose mother had breast cancer, I am in what this new category is, meaning I should be getting my mammograms, and I have been for the past 5 years. Suss that out for us. Is that for everyone? What do women at home need to know about this?
So high risk is defined as someone who either carries a gene mutation that gives them a predilection to develop breast cancer earlier, such as BRCA1 or 2. Also, if you have a first-degree relative who is a BRCA carrier and you have not been tested yourself, there are other genetic disorders such as leaf-Romania and Cowden syndrome that run in families. These are higher risk populations that should be screened much earlier and with different modalities, sometimes as early as 30, and also oftentimes alternating between MRI and a mammogram.
Right.
Let's talk about the importance of breast exams for women under the age of 40.
So I'm a reproductive endocrinologist, so you're probably thinking, why are you talking about breast cancer screening? But I take care of a very special patient population, which is young women that are diagnosed with breast cancer. And they come to me to talk about their reproductive futures, freezing eggs and embryos, et cetera. And I have to tell you, I'm seeing patients younger and younger being diagnosed as early as 25 years old. And most of them are catching it themselves. And so it is very important to talk to our ladies about self-breast exam.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
That's right. So I've often been, you probably have taught this as well, do the at-home breast exam, which to me always felt weird, because I was like, what am I looking for?
Yeah.
So what are we looking for?
We're not the doctors.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we want to go to our OB-GYN every year for a clinical breast exam, of course. But every day we are looking at ourselves in front of the mirror. And so the first thing you want to do is just look. If you see anything abnormal, changes in your skin, any nipple discharge, any kind of densities in the skin, then you really, if you see something, say something. You also want to pick the same time of the month, right? So our hormones are always fluctuating. It causes densities in the breast. If you pick a time, for example, when you're finished with your period, when everything is kind of nice and baseline, to do these self-breast exams. If you don't get regular periods because you're on the pill or an IUD, still try to pick the same time every month so that you stay consistent.
Okay. Now let's dive into this a little bit more. How exactly are we doing this? And when we're doing it, what are we looking or feeling for?
Yeah, what does a lump feel like?
Yeah.
So first you just want to look visually, and you just want to take the pads of your fingers, because they're the most sensitive, and you really want to cover the whole area of the breast. So most people will start around the nipple. You want to express the nipple to make sure there's no discharge there. And you want to kind of work circumferentially around the breast very carefully, covering the whole circumference of the breast and also the underarm, because the underarm has kind of the tail of the breast tissue. where a lot of breast cancers first present, and that's very easy to miss. And it usually feels like a small density. A lot of times it's not so mobile, like a small pebble or a marble.
Okay.
And many women kind of ignore it and say, well, I have dense breasts. But really just call your doctor, because you never know, and you want to take care of it.
And what should women do if they do know they do this and they're being diligent about it? What should they do? What's the first course of action?
Call your doctor.
Call your doctor.
Absolutely.
Well, this is wonderful and an extremely important reminder.
Thank you so much for having me
Doctor.
and spreading the word. I appreciate it.